Hi everybody, it's Jenna again. I am going to teach you about frankincense today. This video, I love frankincense, so I'm going to teach you how to use it not only physically and physiologically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. All of the oils, what you're going to find is that, and what you're going to learn is that all of the oils have benefits at all of those levels. They are very chemically complex and they have a massive impact on our body. Okay, so before I get into that, a little thing, but a big thing, it's little in size, but it's big in stature, is this scanner called the iTobi. I have been blown away by this little scanner. It's a wellness scanner, and it works like a Fitbit, and it scans our bodies energetically for our frequency and what might be out of balance. In the first 2 times that I did it, I've only scanned myself a few times because I just got it. It's been spot on with what was going on for me. So the reason I bring this in is because the energetic impact is also very real, okay? And so with frankincense, we are looking at a huge, long list of benefits. Okay, so I'm really excited. So frankincense, what we like to say in doTERRA is that when you're in doubt, pull your frankincense out. And doTERRA sources the oils from wherever the oils grow the best, and doTERRA has access to 90% of the world's best growing regions, exclusive access to the world's best growing regions through co-impact sourcing. So because doTERRA has created long-term sustainable partnerships with farmers and growers wherever the oils and the plants grow the best, these farmers will not sell their oils to anybody else. Okay, because doTERRA is often going in and paying them 10 times what they used to get paid to do the same work. So frankincense needs to be grown in Oman and Somalia. And through women in Somalia, it's a primarily Muslim country. And women in Somalia historically have not been educated. They don't usually have safe working environments, and they used to get paid very, very little when there was still a middleman in between the essential oil company and the growers. So they were often taken advantage of. And they are in Oman and Somalia, or Somaliland, they are the world's experts in frankincense. So doTERRA goes into these countries, and especially with where the frankincense tree grows, and they'll send in other experts that have studied frankincense and help these growers create a sustainable crop and harvest as well. So the expert will go in and say, hey, it looks like that one's a little over harvested. Let's give that tree a little bit of a break for a season or something, or 2. And that one looks like it's okay. We can keep harvesting from that one. So they're trying to help. That's just one of the ways that they're helping these people, to give them long-term sustainable partnerships, pay them way more, clean water, education for their children, safe working environments. And I love that. I think that's really important to me and where I am sourcing my oils from. I think that we vote with our dollar, and if I choose to support something like that, or choose to support something like an oil off of Amazon that's not certified or anything other than doTERRA is the only company that's really doing this truly authentically and very transparently. So it's the only company that I trust to get my frankincense and any of my oils, obviously. So with the frankincense, we can use it 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. And so open this one up. This is brand new. The best. So it goes well with citrus oils. One of the ways that you can use it is just in your hands. Most of you, if you've taken a class with me, use it use it aromatically like that. I can put it on topically. And it's really nice for the skin. So you can combine it with a little fractionated coconut oil and make like a really nice body oil that is very anti-aging. It reduces inflammation in the body. And so the other thing that I'll do every morning or every night, doesn't really matter when, you can do 2 drops of frankincense under the tongue. Since doTERRA is the only company you can use essential oils internally safely, this works, right? So this is what is recommended by Dr. Hill, the medical director of doTERRA. So I'll show you. I'll just put two drops under my tongue. And it's strong. And so you see, you have to kind of like put your head back a little bit, or else you'll get oil all over your mouth. I've done that many times. So what that's doing is it's going straight in directly into my bloodstream. It's reducing inflammation in the body. Remember that one drop of doTERRA essential oil has trillions of molecules in it, more molecules in one drop of the oil than all the cells in our body. So we know that one or two drops is going to service our body completely, very thoroughly. So we don't have to worry about it not lasting or not being potent enough. And that's because of how potent the oils are. Because of the way doTERRA sources the oils, they are highly potent, and that means that they are very chemically complex, and more so than they would be if the same frankincense was grown in a different country or not in the best environment, if it wasn't harvested at the right time. So it's very important that we are sourcing them from the right places. Okay, back to frankincense. So the frankincense will bring the body back into homeostasis. It helps relax the nervous system. It's a tree resin. So any of the tree oils are very grounding. They're, imagine, the tree's roots helping ground you down. So it helps with systemic support overall, but also for really acute issues too, like massive head tension. Starts with an M. So what you can do is take a drop of the frankincense and put it at the roof of your mouth, okay? And that helps a lot. And also helps with chronic inflammation and pain. And the other thing that I have seen frankincense in many studies outside of doTERRA is that frankincense oil kills cancer cells very successfully. So I've seen images and pictures and stories of people who had brain tumors and skin cancer and things, that they use frankincense to reduce the size of that tumor or that cancerous area so that they could go in and have a less invasive surgery. I remember seeing like a guy with, a man with skin cancer on his face. He was gonna have to have so much of his face removed, and the dermatologist was shocked to use frankincense for 3 weeks. And it was drastically reducing the amount that they had to remove. So it's a very serious oil. It's a very heavy hitter. And it's also amazing for your skin. It's anti-aging, right? Like I'm already using some oils to prevent signs of aging. And what I use, a big tip for this, always use, so you want to be on LRP. LRP, Loyalty Rewards Program, is a no-brainer because you're getting free stuff. You don't even have to order like a ton of stuff every month. It could be one thing. But as you accumulate those points, you'll have a lot of points at some point, and then you will be able to get oils like this that are a little more on the expensive side for free. Okay, so I pretty much never pay out of pocket for things like frankincense, helichrysum, melissa, more of those rarer, expensive oils, okay? Also, physiologically or mentally and emotionally, frankincense and other oils that are similar to it in its chemical makeup can pass through the blood-brain barrier. They are small enough that they can pass through the blood-brain barrier. Now, 98% of all Western medicines and Western small molecule drugs, 98% of them will not pass through the blood-brain barrier. So when we're working with things like anxiety, depression, clinical issues, like mental clinical issues like that, or even Parkinson's, where there's a degeneration of the nervous system in the brain, we need things to pass through the blood-brain barrier to reduce the inflammation in the body and the brain. So essential oils can pass through that brain barrier and have massive positive impact on our brain. Okay, so that's why that can be really effective, right? Just putting a little oil there. Okay, so also this book, highly recommend this book. It's called Emotions and Essential Oils. It's amazing. And I'm gonna pulling some of the information about frankincense from this. Now, when I've used my iTobi, I have scanned and the results have come up for me. And you will read them. The best thing to do if you have an iTobi, and if you want an iTobi, I can give you a link to buy one because I have a code for it. So when you are using this, you want to, with the Itobi, you get your reading, your results, and then you use the Emotions and Aromatherapy book on top of your Modern Essentials book. So Modern Essentials will be like your physical benefits, or the app, right? And then the emotional side is going to tell you a lot. I was blown away by the results that I got. And I mean, it was telling me about stuff that I was feeling but couldn't really articulate. I was having a hard time figuring out. And it gave me oils and supplements on the emotional level, like Digescent, that I needed, that I had no clue that I could use emotionally. So frankincense, on the emotional, spiritual side, it is the oil of truth. Okay, so it reveals deceptions and false truths. And it helps us anytime we're struggling to understand the truth, to hear the truth, and to feel the truth, or to tell the truth, excuse me. Okay, and it helps us let go of lower vibrations. It's very much an upper chakra, higher energy, higher consciousness, expansive consciousness oil. Helps us let go of negativity and deception. And it connects us to our inner truth and clearing away illusion and darkness that may obscure our inner wisdom. Okay. It's also linked with masculinity and healthy masculinity. So it can help us heal our relationship to masculinity, or our father, right? Our dad, or other male figures. If we have a heart, especially as women, there's a lot going on in the world around our relationship with men, and men in their relationship with masculinity. And so or maybe we are overly expressed with our masculine side, or we're under-expressed with our masculine side. Frankincense can help reconnect us and heal that relationship. Okay, so really important here. And when we feel abandoned or forgotten, frankincense reminds us that we are loved and protected. So it's like at the same time, it's very powerful, but also gentle. So like a loving father that nurtures or guides and protects. Okay. And then it helps with spiritual evolution and expansion. And it opens up channels that allow connection to the universe and divinity, especially the masculine energy in the universe. And again, helps us create and connect with a healthy masculinity, right? There's a lot of toxic masculinity going on in our world, and we have to learn how to manage that. It's a really big thing. So I hope you enjoy your frankincense. Let us know in the comments below how you're using it. One other tip to do is to leave this by your toothbrush, and every morning or every night, whichever you want to do it, you can put those 2 drops under your tongue so you're always reminded, especially if you have a predisposition to cancer, it runs in your family. I would definitely be doing that. But it just helps reduce systemic inflammation in the body, and so many of our illnesses, pain, any sort of ailment in the body is usually connected to some kind of inflammation. So if we can help address that inflammation, the frankincense is going to help the body naturally reduce the inflammation on its own. All right. I hope that was helpful. See you soon. Bye.